Under the sea, under the sea. Don't push your luck, cause it's not if you buck when you messing with me. Hey guys, it's Leslie. Welcome back to Geeky Girls Night In.
Hold on to your seat.
What are you doing?
Now you're talking.
And now,
you are now listening to the Geeky Girls Night In podcast.
You are now listening to the Geeky Girls Night In
podcast.
So when Quinzel and I left last week, I didn't expect there to be, I guess, any more Little Mermaid news for a while. And it was either the next day or the day after when the news dropped that the actual Little Mermaid is going to be played by Halle Bailey. Not Halle Berry, y'all. Halle Bailey. She's in Grownish, and I believe she's in a few other things. Well, you know, she has the record contract under Beyonce with her sister, of course. Not under Beyonce, under Parkwood, which is Beyonce's label. And things were very mixed. Most of the people I knew were super excited, and the fan art just blew up, and it was absolutely gorgeous, and I want a million prints of it. And then there were the people that were quite upset that the Little Mermaid was not going to be white, but in Hans Christian Andersen's tale she was green, so I don't know what your problem is. She also, like, her feet bled every time she walked, and then she turned into sea foam. So all of you Halle Bailey haters can square up. I'm super excited about this, and I'm excited to see now who they're actually going to cast as Ursula. I still don't want it to be Melissa McCarthy. Pretty much anybody, but can she sing? Can she even sing? That was a point that somebody brought up. Can Melissa McCarthy sing? And I don't know. I guess we'll find out here shortly, won't we? I'm super excited to see where this goes. In other Disney news, it's not even like really the trailer for Mulan, but kind of like a sneak trailer, like the pre-trailer, the trailer before the trailer. Anyway, that came out recently as well, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And I need to apologize to somebody. I don't know who. Maybe I'm apologizing to you. Maybe it's you I need to apologize to, because when the initial news hit of Mulan, I was angry because they weren't going to have the musical numbers. But I recently found out that the reason why they're not having these musical numbers, the reason why they're not making a man out of myself, is that they're trying to stay true to the Chinese roots of Mulan. And that's A-okay in my book. You do you. Go off. I kind of can't wait to see it. It looks absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I'm not a hardcore Disney head, but they've got me pretty pumped right now. What about you? Let me know. And because I was super pumped about the Little Mermaid news, I forgot to tell you what I'm drinking. So I recently got back from upstate New York, and on the way back from upstate New York, we drove through Canada and went to the Upper Canada Cheese Company. And I've been there before, and they just have a lot of fascinating goodies on their shelves. It's not just cheese, though they do have cheese you can sample, and we sampled everything and it was delicious. And we brought home some smoked cheese. Oh, also all of their cheese is made from cow's milk. There's no goat milk cheese or anything like that. And we brought home like a smoked cheddar, something like that. It's a very soft cheese. It's very delicious. But the whole point in this is to let you know that I also purchased a fruit tea from there. It's a berry tea, so that's what I'm drinking on tonight. So what are you drinking? Hashtag GGNI or hashtag what you drinking on Twitter and let me know. In other news, I guess gaming news, Atari partners with Six Flags to add branded real-world theme park attractions to Roller Coaster Tycoon Touch. So I haven't played Roller Coaster Tycoon in years. I know that we used to have the game like back when it first debuted. My brother played it religiously at our house, and it, oddly enough, even though I played The Sims all the time, Roller Coaster Tycoon didn't appeal to me until I got older. And then the idea of you running your own business, that was the thing that got to me. I absolutely love that. I have yet to pick up Roller Coaster Tycoon Touch, but that is next on my list of things to do. But in the game, there are iconic real-world Six Flag rides and attractions that are now available on the game. And it's via a free game update. So you should go ahead and check that out. In other gaming news, so recently there was a deck building role-playing game called Deck of Ashes that debuted on Steam. The game has been recently updated through the developer AY Games, and they've added new content, and they've added another addition to this game called Sly, also known as the Black Serpent, and it's a new playable character, and it's available for free in the most recent update. Sly features a captivating backstory and arrives complete with a ruthless vendetta. He's going to change things up in all sorts of fun and fantastic ways. Sly is vengeance incarnate. He turned to evil after his wife was wrongly tried and executed for crimes perpetrated by the rich and powerful, which kind of sounds like Sweeney Todd to me, except Benjamin Barker was tried and convicted and his wife was kidnapped. Maybe it's not a whole lot like Sweeney Todd. Maybe I just have Sweeney Todd on the brain. I don't know why I have Sweeney Todd on the brain. Do y'all have Sweeney Todd on the brain? Has anybody watched Sweeney Todd recently? Is that just me? Anyway, unfortunately for the Black Serpent, all of his dark power comes with a cost. His sanity, basically. He can never rest as he's haunted by the voices of his dead enemies. And so he's set forth to find Lady Death, who he hopes can allay his guilt. His abilities include Let Them Bleed. He delivers a vicious series of blows, causing his targets to bleed out more quickly than normal. Way of the Snake. You poison and stun your enemies before finishing them off. And Ace in the Hole. Generate additional cards during combat to outlast even the strongest opponents. So it sounds like a pretty cool addition. And if you haven't checked out the game yet, and like I said, the game's called Deck of Ashes, you should go ahead and check that out. Have you guys ever heard of a game called Frankie's Revenge? It is apparently a 4-player co-op battle bot game, and you create your own battle bot from everyday home appliances and then battle alien hordes. It just received its first major update on Steam, and it's added more content. They've added a brand new boss. It's called Le Crack, as in release the Kraken, I think, kind of like that. And it looks like It looks like an octopus with scuba gear on. No, not scuba gear, but like submarine gear, like half octopus, half submarine. So there's a bonus of downloadable content, and it's like exclusive skins for robot parts. So that's also something to check out. As far as cons go, July 25th, I believe, is the start of WakandaCon. Actually, it's July 26th through the 28th. I am not sure if we will have a presence there or not. We being me and Quinzel, not 100% certain on that. And in about 3 weeks is Gen Con. And I've talked about it, and I wrote a blog post about it, if you haven't read that yet, about how I was going to buy my ticket. And I don't 100% know if I'm going to buy a Saturday ticket or not. I've spoke about it the past 2 or 3 times on the podcast. I recently spent some money on buying a Lance Bass meet and greet. And so my spending monies is a little low for the next couple of weeks. So I don't know if I will have enough time, or if the Saturdays will be sold out by the time I do have the additional spending money. We'll see. If I can go, I'll go. If I can't, I can't. Meanwhile, I will be at the Hello from the Magic Tavern live show that takes place during Gen Con. And also, Cards Against Humanity is apparently doing an improv show. And I find it quite amusing because they're doing it at a Catholic church in downtown Indianapolis. We almost got married there, but I didn't want to be married in a church. So there's that. And it's like $10 to go. So I may end up doing that as well. It depends on the dates. I'm going to the Hello from the Magic Tavern on Friday. If the improv show from Cards Against Humanity is on Saturday, I should be able to swing it. If it's on Friday, no dice. The Hello from Magic Tavern thing is in the evening, and I would assume that the improv show for Cards Against Humanity is in the evening as well. So we will see. So you guys have heard me talk about Kenya Wright before. Kenya Wright is an author, and I was reading one of her series. It's called the Santeria series, I believe. Pretty much everybody is some form of supernatural in them. I think that's a majority of what she writes, but she didn't write the last book, so there are a ton of loose ends, and I occasionally bug her on social media about it. And I think she kind of trolls me back with the fact that she'll just like my post about it. And she doesn't say anything or respond. She just likes the post and goes on about her business, which I find hilarious. Awesome. But she has a new release, and it's called Mask of Red Death. And it's a black murder mystery, which is pretty cool. Let me read you the synopsis. In a Florida city plagued by race riots, a murderer has come to play. He calls himself Poe and invites the most corrupt to his game. The invitations arrive with masks made of human skin. Ew. Participants must dress for a masquerade ball and go to a specific nightclub where a riddle is given. Each hour, a guest will die if the riddle isn't solved. No one can contact the police. However, Poe made a grave mistake by inviting 2 people, Shadow and Lyric. Shadow towers overmost, wields power like the devil, and holds the city in his hands. Wanting to be steps ahead of this killer, Shadow joins forces with the one person he believes can discover Poe's identity, Lyric Blue. Once, she was Shadow's lover and the brain of his operations, but then Lyric chose her mortality and pushed him away. Still, there's an enduring attraction that weaves them together. United, they attend the ball ready to beat the game. Secrets are revealed. Bodies pile up. Every death from an unsolved riddle comes with a clue. And as the story unravels, exposing victims and betrayals that no one could have ever imagined. So that sounds actually really, really good. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. Have you read Kenya Wright before? If you haven't, her stuff is the bomb. And it's all, is it called urban fantasy? It's not just urban fiction. It's got some, it always has some sort of, not always, but a lot of them have supernatural element to them. So I like her books. I just really wish she would finish the Santeria series. Please, Kenya, pretty please, with a cherry on top, please. All right, so that is pretty much it for this episode. I don't have a whole lot, and Quinzel isn't here, and I don't have a guest this week. So I just wanted to keep you in the loop and informed, and I was really excited about The Little Mermaid, so I wanted to share that with you guys too. Go ahead and catch us on Twitter at Geeky Girls NI. You can catch us on Facebook at the Geeky Girls Night In page, and on Instagram at Geeky Girl Guide, because we share the Instagram page with the Geeky Girls Guide to Life blog page, because we don't produce enough Instagram content to do two. So until next time, bye. Geeky Girls Night In is brought to you by me, Leslie. You can find me on Twitter at Geeky Girls NI, on Facebook at Geeky Girls Night In, or in your backyard, strumming dulcet tones on a mandolin, serenading you sweetly. Feel free to shoot me a message if you have something geeky going on that you want announced on the show. You can find written musings by me, Quinzel, or Melissa at geekygirlguide.com. Like the show? Would you like to buy me a cup of coffee? Consider donating to my coffee. That's ko-fi.com/geekygirlsni. Want to send me or the other girls some snail mail? You can reach us at P.O. Box 90232, Indianapolis, Indiana 46290. Feel free to leave a review on iTunes or on the Facebook page. I'll read new reviews, good or bad, on the show. Music is by Makai Beats. Until next time.